going to do some gel printing today. We're going to use the Gelli Arts 8 by 10 inch gel plate, and we're going to do shades of orange. We may add a little white and we may add a little black. We'll see. We're going to start with some yellow. I believe this is cad yellow, but any bright yellow will work. Brayer your yellow on. We're going to add a Crafter's Workshop circle stencil. This is one that I use a lot. I have this one in both the 12 by 12 inch size and the 6 by 6 inch side, and you'll see both of them in this movie. I'm using deli paper. Any paper that you prefer to use will work great. You do not have to use the same paper I use. Use cardstock, use computer paper, any of the above will work. You can see the negative image. I'm going to add some orange. Any shade of orange will work. I believe that this one is tangerine. Again, back to that same 12 by 12 inch Crafter's Workshop circle stencil. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's Circle Explosion or something, but I can't tell you. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. I love the orange and the yellow together. I just think it's fantastic. We're going to use that negative image to pick up and fill in some of the space where I didn't have anything printed. I like using deli paper for this reason, because you can see what you're doing. You can print exactly where you want to print and there's no confusion. Using another shade of orange. I think that one was Jack-o'-lantern orange. Brayering. Jack-o'-lantern is a very transparent color, so you're going to get a very soft, transparent print. This is a Stencil Girl stencil. This is absolutely one of my favorite stencils to use. The pattern and texture that you can achieve with this stencil is just phenomenal in my opinion. Take a look how this orange looks on top of that yellow. Just beautiful. We're going to use some white, and I think a print is enhanced by adding a little bit of white and a little bit of black. We'll do both in this video tonight. Again, my favorite Stencil Girl stencil. I'm going to add, this is the 6 by 6 inch version of that larger 12 by 12 inch circle stencil that I told you about. And what we're going to do is we're going to do two things. We're going to develop an interesting pattern and texture underneath, but we're also going to develop an interesting way to add some white dots to our prints. Take a look at the pattern that is developing underneath this. And the big reveal when I take the stencil off. I'm going to use some orange. I'm going to brayer it out and try and pick up as much of that pattern and texture as I can. This is going to look so cool. And there you see it. Let's do the other side. I'm a huge fan of this technique. Maybe in one of my subsequent videos I'll show this in more detail. Not only does it clean up our gel plate, but look at the beautiful texture we achieved. I love that pattern and texture. I'm going to add a little bit of black. I like to add a pop of black. I think it, like white, also really enhances your prints. I think that that contrast is really lovely. Back to that circle stencil. I'm very careful where I place this black. I don't want it to overwhelm my print. I just want it to enhance. And I think we accomplished that. Oh yeah, I like that black on there. And then we're going to clean up what's left of on our gel plate. Use a little bit more white. And the next stencil that you see me use is another Stencil Girl stencil. And this one is actually a spiderweb stencil, which you might think is a little odd to use on a gel plate, or excuse me, a gel print that isn't Halloween based. But I love the pattern that this stencil actually produces. And I want you to take a close look at this. And once you print over the top of that and you add some additional detail to this, you are never going to realize that this is a Halloween type stencil, or a spiderweb type stencil, I guess is what I should say. It's not necessarily Halloween. And it just produces, not only does it produce the positive, interesting positive image, but once I take this stencil off of my gel plate, it leaves an amazing amount of texture. And that texture, once I start printing with this blue, you're going to see that white texture come out with the blue. And I want you to watch for that in particular. And you won't see it as much in this print, but when I get over onto the larger circles, you're going to see that white pattern come through. Thank you for joining me. I hope you got something out of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope that you will become a subscriber. If you are enjoying my videos, please press like and join me in a consistent manner, and become a subscriber so you know when I post new videos. Thank you again for joining me. I hope to see you in my next gel printing adventure. Talk to you later.